know the deal. Need for Speed Unbound. We are getting that damn car coming through. Where is he? Assist, assist, assist. That's an assist. Where's my... There we go. Yes, he's escaping. Give me that repair. Thank you, thank you. Friends, we are after that brand new spicy Buick. It's so beautiful. I am super curious about this car for a couple of reasons. Normally, towards the end of the life cycle of a Need for Speed game, they add a car that's extra special. Something's changing the handling and how it drives. Or maybe it's a hint towards a future update. Yes! That's what I was looking for. Give me that. 30,000 XP and $50,000. Now I need to escape. Shouldn't be difficult. And just like that, friends, the deed is done. There we go. Look at our XP and the Buick Grand National. But it's not just the standard Buick Grand National. Otherwise, I won't be making this bloody video, would I? All these extra pieces to go along with it. We'll see how they are. Now, just so you know, there's actually a hard limit for how many cars you can... Why did it say new? Oh, wait, no, it's glitched. It's right. It's just the next one. The Buick Grand National Customs Edition. You've got yourself a big sodding turbo sticking out the hood, along with a big sodding pipe sticking out the back. I noticed when we were playing the early access that this thing is tilted, and of course the parachute on the damn back, the plates repositioned, the wing for the drag, the roof for the drag. This thing looks so spicy, and I am so looking forward to driving it. So let's do just that. Let's freaking go. What you think? Let's get it. What? You see it dip there for a second? It sounds properly meaty already. This thing is properly... Right. Obviously, it's going to drive very similar. I know that's rather unfortunate. We haven't upgraded it. Maybe. But ultimately, a drag car in the game is a really odd move, considering that they actually removed it. In Need for Speed Heat, it wasn't present. And of course, Need for Speed Unbound, it wasn't present. So why the hell are they adding it now? With a parachute, nonetheless. A really highly detailed parachute that I think is a brand new model. This is something they've added fresh. Why on earth would they do this if there's no bloody dragon face yet? So let's jump in and start to do what we can to this car. Of course, the body kit, it's the legendary customs. You can remove it and all of a sudden it's gone. But I'm clearly not just spouting here. Look, this thing is higher at the back than it is at the front. That is something we just can't do, right? Why is this in the game? It makes no logical sense to me, unless potentially they're hinting at the idea and seeing what people would be excited about in terms of updates in the future. Now, let's be real. We've already said that the majority of the team working on the next Need for Speed has been moved. They've been moved to work on Battlefield. However, if that's the case, is it crazy to think that maybe they thought, okay, if we can't work on the next game, maybe we keep working on updates for this one? That would make sense. I'm sure they've got assets they haven't used or won't be using for a really long time, so it makes sense to monetize them or use them to some aspect. If we're now like 3-4 years away from the next Need for Speed game, well, why not update the current one when you've got a system that kind of makes it easy to do so? Right, I hate this rap. Big on! Absolutely disgraceful. I'm gonna jump into the community. Oh, for God's sake! This is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. I kind of like it. Right, carry on through the liveries. I want to see exactly what this suits. They've got, like a grayed out version. A lot of these are very subtle, subdued, because of the fact, well, it is a subdued type of car. You've also got the rust, which actually looks sick. Can you imagine seeing this pull up? I would love that so much. And I do quite like this black gold idea. Now, this is blacky brown. It's brown. No arguments, okay? It's brown. Now, just to prove to you that this is different, if you go to the tires, well, nothing changes. I mean, the tires are a little bit smaller here and there, but you keep your big tire at the rear. Edit the rims, however, literally, if I just go one, bang, it's different. It's instantly different. What is going... And kind of even wilder, that is number 93 on the rims, and this again is number 93. These are different wheel sizes. Again, maybe they're just testing different bloody wheel sizes. Maybe they're testing just adding different things to the car, like the parachutes, for no hell of a reason. I don't know. But ultimately, there is something up with this car. And this is something they constantly do with Need for Speed. With the like final car, one of the potential final cars, they'll do some significant changes and it means we get changes in the future games. Anyway, if you're hinting at drag racing in the next game, please, I'm like, come on. However, maybe they're teasing drag racing in the next game, and then we don't get the next game because of EA. However, what I do... What? I thought the first one was the standard one for a second there. It's been a little bit. The standard... A V6? Hold on a minute. I've only just discovered this is a V6. Genuinely? I am so confused. However, it's wrong! No. That's better. I'm sure, like me, you've got much money from playing this game. If you've been playing it, it's kind of difficult to avoid. So I'm just going to absolutely smash everything on here that I possibly can and make this thing a proper drag car. Now, I may have given this thing a V8 that it's not quite intended. It's a very supercar-y sounding V8, but hey, maybe it's just super efficient drag racing. Now, I only just realized from the actual top of the car, the hood, you get the flame, which is so freaking sick. Wasn't sure if it was just a screamer pipe, you know. No, they combined it and put it into one. It's disgusting. It's dirty. Sorry. Now, one thing I did... What the heck? Did a car just fly over the top of me? One thing I did do is I wanted to make it as close to a drag car as possible. So on the handling tuning, I've gone all the way to grip as far as I can, which is actually not that far over. And then we got steering sensitivity low and a downforce on low. I want this thing to fly along at pace. So we're going to find out. You want to race me? You want to go? Oh my God, you just hit a carb. While Lee runs away over there. Let's, no wheelie. However, we're discovering it together. This thing is going to be an absolute boat. I cannot steer at all. This is the most steering I get. Which, to be fair, it's about as you want it. Look, I'm changing lanes a la Underground 2, drag racing. We can pretend... I could make, like, a fake thing and call it drag race. You would be like, wow, this is incredible. But genuinely, I'm a little bit, like... I kind of wish they added a little bit more. If it had the ability to wheelie or something, that would be pretty cool. Oh, I just realized the front is a light as well in the dark. Oh, it would be so sick if you could cover the lights and that was just the light that you had. If I actually, can I hit the cop with my airbag? No, it went like through him. It's not a real thing. But ultimately, what do you think? Do you think it's actually going to be hinting towards something that we'll get in the future, whether that be drag racing or just are they experimenting with a little bit more extreme customization bits? Can you imagine they added drag racing, but it actually had the parachute options at the end? They got like Need for Speed Pro Street 2. Parachutes to slow you down because you're going too fast. Finally, it's not Need for Speed. It's called... We Have Speed. You're so welcome for that one. One thing I'm curious about is how many of you would actually like the cars to change based upon the parts you install. So if we install a turbo, it shows a turbo. But if you install a supercharger, it shows a supercharger. I think there's a place for a Need for Speed like that, but at the same time, I do like my customization. I've also noticed it says HKS on it. What? I thought it was going to be eBay special. The exhaust pipe is, yeah, it's definitely combo. Look at the size of that thing. What the? The details of the bolt holes as well. That is so cool. And of course, the airbag, which says remove before flight? Remove before flight? What is that? It doesn't even bloody work. We've been hacked. Absolutely disgraceful. Still though, I think it's pretty cool. And I hope it's hinting and not just there for the hell of it, because it doesn't even open.